When I meet new authors, I am asked one question quite often. These authors have a common challenge and don't know how to resolve it. And most of the times, the new authors and even seasoned authors have the similar challenge, and today I'm going to address that in this video. Hi, I'm Vandana Sehgal. I'm an author, teacher, and a book writing coach. I've already written three books. Two are self help, and one is a children's book. Let's jump in immediately to the challenge that new authors face most of the time. So, when these authors approach me, they tell me that they want to write their first book, but they don't know where to start. When I began with my first book, I had similar challenge. Identifying the starting point was tough for me. Most of the authors I spoke with gave me a same suggestion and quite a simple advice. It was just start writing. It's actually a simple advice, but pretty hard to follow for a person who is just planning to write first book. The question, where should I start, is a specific one, but the advice often is vague and open ended. No one suggested me things like define your objective or write your outline, put down a tentative title, or define your reader's profile. With experience, I discovered that all this prep work was important for me to put my writer's mind into action. Although, when you just start beginning with the writing of your first book, you do not have to define everything and you do not have to be exactly specific about it. Nonetheless, just knowing some of the things like why I want to write a book, who is my target audience, all these questions helps to move in some direction instead of just wandering in multiple directions. During the initial stages of writing, fear and confusion are extremely high, which can disrupt the flow of ideas and possibly diffuse the inspiration to write. Just writing down the basic information in relation to your theme opens the door to the next step, and essentially, this first step will become the foundation of your writing project. In the words of Martin Luther King Jr., you don't need to see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Here, the idea is to take one step at a time and then figure out the next one. It is same as working on any new project that is unknown. Many times we can't predict what would be the next challenge or which door will open. But we keep the faith and go on. Same is with writing. The difference is that writing is quite a lonely job, and writers need deep passion and never ending inner motivation to come back to the blank page again and again. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want to write a self help book on substance addiction. Now, that's an open ended scenario, but to begin with, state your objective of writing on this theme. This will give you direction and clarity to produce well knitted content. By just defining a clear objective, for example, I want to help teenagers who are caught in the cycle of addiction due to the poor mental health condition. So, this will open you to some specifics and your mind will transition to the next stage. Having a clear objective will allow you to seek answers to the next level of significant questions, such as how many teenagers live with addiction? How can they be helped? Who is responsible? Should I interview psychologists, parents, or maybe both? One thread leads to another one, and before you know, the writing brain will take over the fearing mind. You would agree with me that an overstressed mind can never produce the results a relaxed one can. As a writer, you need to look for all that will reduce your writing anxiety and shift things from seeming impossible to possible. By having some answers, you will get to know your starting point, which will put some of your fears to rest. I need to remind you that at this stage, it's not important to ask the smartest questions or have the most accurate answers. This stage is about taking small steps of shifting from confusion to clarity. So just grab a pen and paper to write whatever comes to your mind. Let me share one exercise with you that will help you in finding some clarity and to move one step forward. Every stage of writing brings forth immense insecurities and lots of questions. You can use the strategy called distracting the distractions to maintain your focus and remove away the negative thoughts. To get started on writing, I suggest you make a list of topics you would love to write about. Whatever ideas come, just simply put them on paper. You may feel anxious or fear may hold you back, but for once, distract those distractions by continuing with your list. Once all your ideas are on paper, you will feel a sense of relief upon seeing your thoughts in real. Let it be a messy list, but this messy list is beautiful enough. It is messy because it represents all the confusion you had in your mind, and it's beautiful because it is the window to many brilliant ideas that lie buried deep under your fears and confusions. James Patterson always maintained this kind of list because whenever he is facing any lack of ideas, he goes and refers to that list and his creative mind just opens up. This exercise will help you find a topic that feels safe to write and is close to your heart. If this is your first book, story, or an article, you need not experiment too much with the ideas. As one of my friends once said to me, while I was writing my first book, that sometimes it's okay to pluck the low hanging fruits. On the other hand, if you are a seasoned writer struggling with too many ideas running within you, this exercise will help you clear all the confusions and find what really you want to write down on that day. I have shared many more exercises and challenges faced by authors in my book Write. It's a pocket sized book, easy to carry and easy to refer anytime. The book addresses real life problems that writers encounter. It is available in stores in India, Sweden, and the Netherlands. You can also get your copy on Kindle. If today's message resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and share with another writer who needs to hear this today. You never know whose story you might help bring to life.